we all know, the E30 has not been running for, well, ever.
It hasn't. The only time it's been on the road is when we've been towing it, which if you've been following us on Instagram is a lot.
Yeah.
So we want to change that today.
Who wants a car that's only able to be towed?
No, nobody.
It's not fun
so
anyway.
we're pulling out the box, hopefully get the new one in today,
Yeah,
or at
right
least
over there.
pull out
You
the
can't
old
see it,
one
but-
and get this thing on the road and actually driving.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be cool. A familiar sight, Nathan, look at this.
Very familiar, the BMW recovery bar. We still haven't returned it to Brad. BMW recovery bar. It's recovered so many BMWs.
It has, and this is one of them, Nathan. And this is missing it's missing power, and it's missing a gearbox. Well, not missing a gearbox, it's missing...
Not only that, we've been jump starting it every time we need to tow it, so we got power steering and brakes. So Supercheap hooked us up with a brand new battery, which is really, really exciting. Means that we don't have to
Nathan,
jump it anymore. Oh, you'll be right, bro.
Yeah, it's slipping. Yeah, got it. BMW engineering, Nathan. They put a 10mm on that side, on the positive, and a 13mm on the other side.
Isn't it great?
It's wonderful. You have to use double the tools, you know? Because you love working on BMWs. They're like, you know, they love working on BMWs, so we're just gonna make it very hard for them. Still fixing this BMW. Still not working. Still broken. Doesn't work.
You're so negative. You're so negative.
Over it, Nathan.
You know I got that bird's eye view out here. It's like a drone.
Merry Boxing Day, everyone!
Merry Boxing Day! I'm wearing JD's shoes today because I forgot mine at home, believe it or not. JD just started the engine under its own power.
Can you believe it, Nathan?
It's so exciting!
We are making progress.
We are! Recovery bar is all hooked up, new batteries in. So strange, bro. Alright, here comes the tricky part. We're gonna go up JD's driveway and try and get it as close to the garage. JD's doing some really intense maneuvering. And it's working. Proud of you, bro. Proud of you.
Nathan, it is Boxing Day.
It is Boxing Day. You have a box!
I have a box, Nathan.
Whoa, that's so appropriate. So appropriate. Getting it up. Got a new jack, which is pretty cool.
Nathan, how high do you think we should go?
High as possible, I always say, then you got more room to work.
I thought we're lowering it.
Oh, okay. This is legit.
What is this?
This is a low profile jack.
Nathan, this is about a meter up in the air right now, bro.
We never want those Karuds to be a commercial, but this is a really good jack.
Look how high it is, bro. Whoa.
Sorry, bro.
Sad.
I'll paint it. What you don't know yet.
Look at that, bro. That's incredible.
That actually can go a bit higher too. It's not all the way up.
That's incredible. I wish I had that when we did the manual conversion on my Skyline.
The car is nice and high in the air, which is great. The more working space, the better. And we're gonna start by taking off the exhaust underneath the car. So all of the brackets at the back, the middle, and then we're gonna unbolt it. We don't have to take the headers off because E30s have a little flange just down here. You can unbolt it off and you can leave the actual headers on the engine. So that's what we're gonna do.
Nathan, this is your favourite friend. This is where you kind of bonded with the car very nicely.
Bro, I got shocked. Bro, the distributor shocked me. No kidding, man.
Did you touch it?
No kidding, man. My arm touched the distributor and I got shocked. Right there. Look at this. I got shocked.
Why
Oh my goodness, my skin's white. I'm gonna start by taking off the exhaust hangers, which are like these random ass rubber ring things. I love working on E30s, JD.
Yeah, Nathan, that's exactly why I bought one, so you can work on it for me. All your wishes
The
will
new
come
year,
true.
my E30 will get some good stuff. I'm gonna make that a priority.
A priority?
Try to. Okay guys, I haven't given up on it.
Priority.
Just give me some time. I'm sorry.
You heard it first. Priority.
Priority, aye, priority.
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 Just take it off, mate. You gotta take it off, mate.
Just gotta whip it off, mate.
One last bolt and she's gonna pop off, Nathan. You look so funny. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. The exhaust is off the car. We couldn't get that sensor out. It was just really rusty and seized on there, so we're just gonna leave that on there and try and work around it. But now we're gonna move on to draining the gearbox.
Boxing Day.
Oh,
Boxing Day.
almost dropped the sump.
Nah.
Look how fresh that fluid looks, because we put brand new fluid in it and it didn't work.
Is that brand new fluid?
That is brand new PENRITE
That's
80.
right, the gearbox is working, Nathan.
Straight up, bro, that looks like Ribena, eh?
Ribena?
Ribena, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna go.
Great drink.
I'm gonna get a double stream going, Nathan.
A double stream? Oh, double stream! Double stream!
For us to access the drive shaft, we would need to take off this shield. It is a 13mm, and we're going to undo those and then drop the drive shaft, Nathan. Oh, bro. Yes, bro. Hashtag winning.
JD has successfully removed the front part of the drive shaft, which is great. How we doing under there, bruh?
Good, Nathan. Everything is off. Now the only thing that needs to be unbolted is the gearbox from the bell housing. And now we're able to do that. Now that the gearbox oil is drained and the drive shaft is off.
You're in a real weird position, bro. Look at me.
I can't, bro.
Look at
It's very hard, bro. Oh!
Heaps of oil coming out.
Winning, Nathan.
ATF. Automatic transmission fluid though. We pulled off the cooling lines to the gearbox from the radiator, and then it's pretty much bell housing bolts, I think. And that's ready to come off.
That's it, Nathan. We have everything unhooked from the gearbox. Or transmission, Nathan, is actually the right
lines.
It's the right terminology. Yeah, it's supported with this little bottle jack, and well, we're undoing the bell housing bolts now. How's it all coming along, bro?
Yep, the Torx bolts. These bad boys here.
They're our favourite friend, eh?
And if you don't use Torx sockets, you will hate your life, as we've found out in the past. So, important to buy yourself like a $30 set of Torx sockets, and you will make your life a lot easier. Because when you strip one of these, not a good time.
You know what, Nathan? I'm on camera duty, and you know, you're making me get your tools. Wait. Yep, it's on listening. Look at that, 5-star service, mate.
Thanks, mate.
What do you have to say for yourself?
The box is almost out. We've been pulling off Torx bolts, which is always a fun time, and
Absolutely.
there's no real easy way of doing it, but you get better at it each time you do it.
And we have 3 bolts left. We have taken out the bottom ones all around. We have this one left to do, this one left to do, and this one left to do. So we're going to get onto those, pull this box off, and have some lunch.
Absolutely. Yes, it's an auto box. Don't hate on us. We got it for 60 bucks, and we just want to get this car running, because this car is not anything fast, but it's going to look cool. So we did just get an auto box for now. It's a hang of a lot cheaper than a manual conversion, but who knows what is left out later down the line, eh? Like
V8, what?
imagine, eh? All of these Torx bolts are out. Thank goodness for that.
They're out, Nathan.
Those top ones are always a mission. Now we are putting this jack underneath our box.
Jack it up on the sump, eh, bro? That's where it's
Well, we're not reusing the box.
most strongest place on the box.
Yeah,
Right on the sump.
don't do that ever, but this box is stuffed, so we're gonna do that. and wiggle it around until we can get it off.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Oh, actually, Nathan, what? The dipstick line has come out.
Why?
Because it's catching against the firewall. So
Is that what's stopping?
yeah, the dipstick needs to be disattached from the box.
When you work on cars, sometimes things go wrong. A lot of the time, and they usually take longer than you expect. We have taken out all the bell housing bolts and we were sliding the box off, and then we realized we got to a point where we couldn't slide it off anymore, and we wondered why that was. And then we found that we hadn't taken the dipstick tube off, and it's attached to there on the box. And what's happened is the dipstick has binded between the gearbox and the car, and the only way to get enough room to get a spanner or a socket in there is to push the box back on a bit. However, we can't seem to push the box back on a bit. Something's stopping us, something must be binding, and so we've been spending a lot of time trying to figure that out. So, Trouble City right now in Camp Those Car Dudes, but we will get back to you when we've figured it out. Here it is, JD got it off. He basically, the clip that went around JD just got a flathead and a hammer and smashed it until it came off. Not the most conventional way of doing it, but it's off. And so now we are going to continue trying to wiggle this box off. It is almost there.
Nathan, watch this, bro. I think it's just about to.
Oh, you're going to do it by yourself, bro? Oh, okay. Oh, alright then. You don't even need me, bro. You start your own YouTube channel. I'm done.
Here we have both boxes next to each other. The old one is out right next to the new one, and well, Nathan, we found the issue.
We did find the issue. If you look on the torque converter that was in there, you can see there's been a bit of wear on this part of the torque converter there, and that's because there's a bush inside there. And basically, I don't know if JD can zoom up on that, but there's a broken piece in the bush. It's meant to be a ring that goes all the way around, and a piece is broken off, and what it has done is it hasn't been doing its job properly, which is to seal this so that this will build up pressure, and it's worn away at the torque converter. Now this basically means a new torque converter and a new bush, but we got a gearbox for like 60 bucks with a torque converter and a bush that's totally fine, and so it's cheaper for us to do it that way, so that's why we're replacing it.
Well, Nathan, that's very exciting, and the torque converter is blue. Does that mean that we get extra horsepower?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, inspirational.
We removed the gearbox on Boxing Day because that's what you do on Boxing Day.
We have been working a lot on this car trying to figure out what the problem is, and well, Nathan, we found the problem. Automatic transmissions are just so complicated, and that's, I think, the next question, Nathan. Why are we putting an automatic back in? yeah, it seems like a lot of work, doesn't it? Yeah.
The truth is, from the moment we've had this car, it hasn't driven anywhere. Like, it's just been towed places.
Started, it's been towed and jump started.
Exactly, and it's frustrating. And we've got a few things lined up for this car that we want to get started on, but we really just want to get the car moving first. So a $60 gearbox and torque converter seemed like a really good idea, and we're going to put that in for now. But a manual conversion is definitely a possibility in the future, but for now, the auto's going to have to do.
A lot of exciting things happening on the E30 really soon. Make sure you check out all our other videos to see what's been going on. But Nathan, we're wrapping up for the night.
We are, so make sure you follow us on Instagram, hit that sub button, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out. So that's got a mean rake on it, eh? It's like leaning forward. It's like dragster status. Yeah. Bro, is that road legal? Yep. Okay, the engine just like exploded. We had radiator fluid go everywhere.